remember the first time this issue was brought up to me. It was half hour before the meeting, the full council meeting. A councilor from District F brought 3 names to my attention. But it only happens that he only made a big issue on 2. That's where he lost me. I was on board till only 2 became an issue. There was 3 names that he provided me. And to that point, I was on board with him until only 2 became an issue. Not sure whether, why, like Councilor Rivera said, I'm not sure which direction, whether it was a last name issue, it was a Rodriguez, it was a Smith, it was a, whatever it was, I'm not sure what it was.
Make a point of personal privilege. Number one, Mr. President, if you're going to make an opinion here, you need to pass the gavel. And secondly, you just made a comment here that's casting aspersions onto me, and I need to defend myself because that comment is inappropriate this evening.
The reason what I'm saying is because I want you to make it to me and clear it to me, because here's an issue here. There was an issue here. You gave me 3 names, and you know you gave me 3 names, but only was an issue. Only 2 was an issue.
You want me to address that, Council President?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I'm sure everybody here wants to hear it.
Before we had the meeting the last 2 weeks ago, Council, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but I will, because you brought it up, I will talk about this very, very briefly. That day, late in the afternoon, before the meeting took place, and by the way, Mr. President, you've got to relieve the gavel for the entire question at this point.
It's okay.
By rules.
I'm done talking.
By rules, Council President,
Okay.
just so you're aware.
You can keep going. When you become president, you can do that. Continue, please.
Council President, and I did talk to you about this because it came late in the day, and I gave the information as I saw it, and as much information as I had for you is what I gave. Some of the information became public prior to that with newspaper reports, etc. The third one was not public at that time. I didn't have any more information than what I gave to you, but let the record reflect that despite that, I still made a motion to table all 3 of those matters. There was no difference in the end result on those 3, except for the fact that more information came to light out of 2 of those, less on 1 of them, but enough on that last one that I still wanted to call a motion to table so we can get more information. So to make the categorization that a person's ethnicity, which is what we're talking about here, Council President, which is why this is tremendously offensive, because what we're doing here is we're not building bridges, we're dividing. We're not bringing people together, we're being divisive. And if anything, Council President, what we need to do, whether it's as a city or as a council or as a community, is to bring people together. I firmly believe that, and I think all of us agree to that. So I'm urging that we do not have divisive language in this council because it does a disservice.